the Fayetteville paper, as well as the AP, I want to say 6, maybe 7 years ago, ran the article where they told one department they were going to train with the military. And these are always drills to take over the city and the county. I mean, I've been to many of them myself. And had troops march up in America and turn my camera off. That's in my police state films. It's happened to other people that we've had out there with cameras. But the issue here is they sent out Special Forces cadets who were about to graduate. They said it was their last test. And they went up to police on the side of the road and would come out of the woods and try to tackle them and disarm them. And the cops thought they were under attack and killed 2 of them. Now, this was in one mishap. And a large percentage of the time, people get killed or get hurt during these drills because they get hotter and hotter, more and more real. I would find those articles, print those off, and I would bring those to the city council. And I would speak in the city council. But thank you so much for calling. Now, there, I said I would go to calls quickly, but I just spent 10 minutes with her because that subject is so important. Mike in Israel. Mike, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Yes, hello, sir. Thank you for having me, and I wanted to wish you a lot of luck on your upcoming film. I know a lot of us are going to be out there watching it, anxiously waiting. I wanted to bring up a couple of points here today. Earlier you were talking about violence in today's society as well as video games and so forth, and I just wanted to reflect as someone born here in the mid-'80s that I see more and more in today's society that violence is becoming so socialized and so accepted that young people are going around playing games where they openly kill each other online, and how they have the joy and the pleasure of doing this, and how it really does affect society. And if they're thinking to make people accept the things that are coming in the near future by passively showing these images and styles of violence to people to subconsciously make them accept that. So I just wanted to tell you that I do definitely see that in my generation and younger generations as well coming out. And my second point that I wanted to bring up to you would be about what you think, being that the elites out there and the global people behind the scenes, how they have such a depth of control in our everyday lives, such as capitalism and corporatism. If their reach wouldn't be farther than that, I know that in hard times like this, a lot of people reach out to alternative means of faith and keeping the hope up, especially religion. But have you dwelled into the thought that religion may also be controlled or a tool of the elites to kind of keep the people in their place? For example, my views on this would be to say that previous kings and monarchs, and especially Europe in the past days, used to use the idea that God had given the right and the rulership to these kings to be able to control the people for their best interests and so forth. And we have
that's the distortion of Romans 13. That's one of the establishment's favorite little tricks they use. Look, I'm a Christian, but I don't beat people over the head with it, and I don't sit around judging everybody. I judge people on their actions and their fruits, because I see so much evil coming out of the Muslims, out of the Christians, out of the Jews, out of the Hindus. What you have is, out of the atheist, out of the animist, you have evil people in control of all the major religious groups and organizations. I mean, I haven't found one major international group that isn't controlled. And at the top, the controllers are these eugenicists who believe that they are God and that it's their right to make the world in their image, which is a nightmare world. And so I just talk about love and standing up for what's right and standing up to big centralized government, because big centralized government, as George Washington said, government is not eloquence, it is force. It is like fire, a dangerous servant and a fearful master. And so if we can reduce the size of government, reduce the size of corporate welfare, get local control, then even if your local area is a tyranny, you can run somewhere else. But if you have a global tyranny over all nations, all regions, all states, all counties, all cities, a standardized tyranny, that's a very hard tyranny to beat. And so I, number one, I'm just trying to get people to realize there's a bigger world out there, a larger agenda, a larger operation taking place. To not believe exactly what I'm saying, but to just discover the wider world for themselves and to question and to research and to then stand up and get involved and get active. But yes, the fake Christian church, both Catholic and Protestant, but especially Protestant, and I'm from a Protestant background, teach people, lay down, it's the end of the world, you can't stand up to evil, praise God, it's getting worse, that means we'll be teleported out of here by Captain Kirk or by Scotty. That is not going to happen. History shows that. And we've got to stand up now, even if it is the end of the world, which it's our responsibility to say no to evil, and this is the great time to awaken people and to reach out to people. This is the time that people are ready to wake up and really see the larger paradigm. Mike, good to hear from you from Israel. Hope you call back again. Roy, Earl, Saul, and others, your calls are straight ahead. 1-800-259-9231 is the toll-free number to join us. PrisonPlanet.tv is the website where Fall the Republic will be premiering next Wednesday. The good old folks at New Silver Solution. And the website is supernaturalsilver.com. Supernaturalsilver.com. This is something that kills bacteria, viruses, you name it, well documented. They've got it down to a super small nano-sized particle. Supernaturalsilver.com. Check them out at Infowars.com. Supernaturalsilver.com. Stand tall and strong. Let's continue with your phone calls. Let's go ahead and talk to Roy in Minnesota. You're on the air. Thanks for holding.
How you doing, Alex?
Good.
Hey, I really appreciate what you're doing, and I've been praying for you. And to give you a little background to who I am, my wife and I have done ministry in Russia for 6 or 7 years now, and it's amazing to me, traveling around the world, seeing different people, that a lot of what you're talking about is common knowledge around the world. But here you go into your average church, and everybody seems to be so blinded. And so frustrating to me coming back to America after being overseas to see these people that just wash themselves in the Fox News Network or whatever side they're on, MSNBC, Fox News, And this summer we just returned from a short-term trip, and I learned that one of the best sellers in Russia right now is a book called Project Russia. It's a 3-book series, and it's being told, the people are being told that they have to read this book, this series of books. And when you read these books, they talk about the Federal Reserve, they talk about 9/11, they talk about all these things that have happened to America, and it's common knowledge to these people.
But well, let me break that down. The microcosm is like Hardin, Montana. A con artist shows up with other criminals. They start patrolling in police cars. They take over the prison that they were going to use to hold Guantanamo Bay detainees, basically. All of this is going on. Then the local constabulary says, we're making it up. He's not a felon. He's not a criminal. Now that's all come out that we were right. But still they say, we don't care, we still want the deal. And the American people said, there's no world government, there's no private Federal Reserve, the vaccines are good, trans fats are good for you, mercury in shots are good, CPS taking your kids with no warrant is good. And so we have accepted pure evil. And people aren't going to go back and say they were wrong. They are going to continue down the course like an alcoholic. I've known people that drank themselves to death, and people are telling them, you better not drink a whole bottle of vodka every day, it's going to kill you, and it kills them. I've known 35, 45, people in their 30s and their 40s that have died, people I went to high school with who died drinking themselves to death. And I remember telling one of them, I saw him at a get-together, old friends, and he was drinking and had a big bottle of vodka, and I said, do you drink that every day? And I said, that's going to kill you. He was dead 2 years later. And it's the same thing. They're like with a big old bottle of vodka going, shut up, it's not going to hurt me. And we're telling them, look, that's going to kill you. And you're right. You go to Czechoslovakia, the Czech Republic, or you go to Japan, InfoWars stickers everywhere. People posted the videos on YouTube all over the place. We're much bigger, and I'm just a microcosm myself, but it's a good yardstick or bellwether or test. I mean, I can be in Latin America. I can be in Europe. Large numbers of people come up to me now. Years ago, it was just a few on the street. And the thing, it's happening here now too. But yes, Americans are under the most modern mind control, along with the British, that there is. And they're either awakening or they're getting deeper into the psychosis. Go ahead.